Hey, everybody, and welcome to the Bold Badass Business Show, where we bring you badasses from all over the world. And our camera's right here for my guests, because today, you all, we are being creative, because guess what? Guess what? I couldn't get on my phone with StreamYard, and so we are coming to you through Facebook, and then we'll be broadcasting to our other platforms later today. But I am super, super excited to have my new bestie. I love me some Valentina, otherwise known as Madam V Astrology. And I had gone by a Mexican restaurant, saw her store, and said, oh my gosh. And, you know, I'm very intuitive. I said, is this person the real deal? I got a very quick yes. Yes, she is. And so both me and my friend Gail came and had readings with her. She read our palm. You all, this is not 1-900 bold, badass psychics, all right? But I know from personal experience that sometimes we need something in the outer world or someone in the outer world to confirm what we feel like God is saying to us. All right. And that's what Valentina does. So Valentina has done this work for over 30 years, you all. She is no new cookie in the sphere. She has studied everything under the sun. She has a master's in education. She was going to start another master's. She's highly educated, super smart. I would call her one of these holistic learners and a genius, really. She's super smart. And that's coming from me. And I'm super smart.
She is.
I'm super smart, aren't I, you all? I'm a smart ass is what I am. So here we are, very happy to be here. And as you see, we have the Red Rocks in the distance. So welcome, Valentina, to the show.
Honored to be on the show. Thanks so much.
And you got to speak and project.
Oh, okay. It's new
Speak
for
it
me.
here.
Okay. Welcome.
And, you know, I think this may be your first, is this your first video interview?
Yes, it is.
Oh, how cool. Yay, it's a
Yes,
first. Let's
it's a
do
fun
it.
one.
Everybody, do a little dance. Make a little love. Get down tonight. Choo. Get down tonight. Woo! All right. Well, there we go. Get down. Okay. That wasn't exactly maybe the perfect song, but it had energy. All right. So just remember, this is a conversation.
Mm-hmm.
And I always say to people that really our whole purpose for being here on the Bold Badass Business Show is that we want to promote great people like you to the planet, because our planet is in trouble. All right. We only need to look at the shootings. We need to look at these children being killed and all this stuff happening. Our planet is in trouble. And now, Valentina, we need people who are light workers like you and me who are going to come in and say, this shit has to stop. You know? You can quote me on that. This shit has to stop. So you all, those of you just tuning in, this is Madam V. Valentina, originally from the Ukraine with her family, right?
No.
Oh, I got that
Chicago.
wrong. Chicago, but your family is.
My grandparents.
And she learned to read. Tell them quickly how you learned to read tarot. Just a quick
Okay,
version.
so I started out a dream empath, age 6 onwards. So my most vivid thing was dreams. I think it was all trickle down effect to everything else. My mom gave me a lovely tarot deck. I can't remember the name of it, but it was all based on Greek mythology characters. At 9. And yes.
When you were 9 years old?
Yes. And so I got
love
really
that.
into this. And then, so I loved biographies. I loved people. I loved doing portraits, oil pastels of people. And I think it's the same skill that comes into tarot. So I majored in English first, and
You did your master's in education.
Yes, in education.
And you worked as a
ed.
special ed. Did
Yeah,
you work as a
briefly,
special ed
briefly,
teacher?
yeah.
And then you were like,
Oh, yeah,
maybe
it,
not
it
for
was.
me.
It was. I'm more of a guidance counselor, really. I think, and so this flows naturally into here. So that's.
And now you're counseling people. So let's give them a little bit of the history of the tarot. And I like to say, I'll do a bit of it, and then you can do your version, because, you know, there are different versions out there.
The history.
But you all, I've got my cards here too, okay? I love the Love Tarot. That might surprise you, because it's beautiful, and I love, you know, we're here for love, is what I believe. All forms of love. I'm not talking romantic love necessarily, you all. You know, the Greeks had over
Storge, Philia,
10.
Eros, Mania,
agape.
Agape.
They had over 12 of names for love.
Right.
And, you know, I think they got it
Ludus
right.
is like the silly, happy.
Oh, that's me right there. Modus. So I bought my cards as well. But what I love is these are the major arcana, and there are 22 major arcana in the deck. These are like the most powerful cards.
The
okay?
archetypes.
They're the archetypes. And the Catholic Church, this is interesting, people would have to hide what they were doing, because for every image of a male in the tarot, there's an opposite image of a female image of power. And so think about it. The Catholic Church is largely a patriarchal institution. We're just speaking in terms of history. All right. I'm not judging. I'm just saying the facts. And so for the Catholic Church, first of all, that people would have images of the divine feminine was like, oh my God, you know, that's heretical. And so what they did is hid them in here. And so you would be playing cards, and the powers that be would think, oh, they're just playing cards. But actually, they were connecting with the divine masculine and the divine feminine. How subversive is that? And, you know, we know that if we believe the Bible, that we are made in the image and likeness of God, well, guess what? Then God has to be both male, female, and everything else. God is in these red rocks back here. You can actually, you all see faces if you
Certain
sit.
times a day.
I know,
Yes.
you can see the faces. It's crazy. When you sit and you let your eyes soften a little, just close them a little, and you just relax, take a deep breath, you can actually begin to see faces. It's really wild. So let me ask you this. When you were a kid, okay,
Right.
how did you know, what was a moment that you knew that you loved? Like, for me, it was a Halloween carnival. I was always the fortune teller, you all. I was
Same
always
here.
the fortune teller. Okay, tell us about it.
I love to put on the street little magic shows, and there was a wonderful like 200-piece thing called Hocus Pocus, and I learned all of the magic wand tricks
The
and coin
ropes.
tricks and the ropes and all that stuff and the roses and everything else, and just to bring a little more magic into people's world, you know.
And that's what we do, y'all. We bring you magic. Bold Badass Business Show is about finding the magic in your life. And by magic, I don't mean, you know, ooh, let's all put on our
Not
lamed
to
turbans
control.
and be weirdos. And I don't mean that we're going to go cut up kitty cats and put them, you know,
No.
sacrifice them like some of these groups that do crazy weird shit. By magic, I mean your creativity and your excitement, your passion, your love of life.
It
How do
gives
you
people
define
hope.
magic? Hope.
Yeah.
It gives people hope.
And that's what I think I was reading it once, perhaps it's Psychology Today or one of those other.
Yeah.
There was an article someone wrote, I'm not sure of the magazine, but people do need to go to counselors. But the booming business during the pandemic, the tarot readers, good tarot readers,
Excuse me, I
give
just
people
burped.
hope.
Yo, I just
didn't notice.
burped. Oh my God.
I didn't notice. I was focusing
We're
on the
real.
abstract
We're just real.
concept of hope.
Okay. I know not to drink Diet Coke before I speak, and that's something I know, but anyway.
You're doing fine.
I'm being real, you all. And it won't be edited out because this is about real life. And if there's anybody on here who's never burped or farted, you need to leave my show because I don't know, you need to just ascend into the clouds right now. This is about being real, and it's being real, no BS in business. So I believe, all right, I have a great seminar that's on the team members you need to have to be successful in business. Mm-hmm. But I'm going to add in, I do talk about counselors and therapy and, you know, support of a coach there, but I'm going to add in tarot reader because sometimes we need somebody else to give us a visual representation of something that's buried within us. We need someone to excavate it. And by the way, I pray over my cards before I use them.
Same here.
Yeah, we pray over the cards. And if you think
we are guided.
And we're guided. I would just say that anything can be used for good or ill. So if you have a gun, you could use that gun to protect your children from a bear, right? Who is going to eat them. Or you could use that gun to shoot the bear just to take its fur and be an asswipe. But you could use it good or bad, the gun. Can we agree on that? And the same is true of these cards. You can use them for good or for ill, just like anything, even medicine. We know that medical doctors, some of them are crazy. Some of them have like 300 children running around because they medicated people and then did things to them. And then other medical doctors are truly maintaining the Hippocratic oath, okay? But the same is true here. And we only invoke God and bless our cards. So let's bless our cards together, and we could just do it silently. And so it is, amen. And I have a particular way I do it, but I'm not going to say it aloud right now, because it's my own personal one, but it is invoking Divine Mother, Father. All right, so let's give these people something about a business reading. And many people have had the life reading, and I love doing past, present, future readings. Those are super fun and super powerful and super simple, right? Let's give them a business reading, like a business reading for this month, October, for the rest of the month.
Okay.
So let's ask, what do small business people in the U.S.,
The viewers
in the U.S., because there's a lot going on in the U.S., need to know right now? And actually, I'm going to ask the same thing. Let's make it a dual reading. Ooh, they're popping out. I'm getting the chills on my back. We got a lot of help.
We're a bit stuck right
Ooh,
now.
Lord.
But our day will come to move forward.
Okay, tell them what the card is.
6 of Swords reversed. So this card usually pertains to the lease isn't up yet. You're kind of stuck in the relationship still.
Yep.
But your day will come to move forward to a happier shore.
Yeah.
6 of Swords. So that's how I'm...
Well, I see that.
right.
Okay, let's look at it too. The 6 of Swords, can turn it around. I want to look at the iconography. And she's using the Rider-Waite deck, you all, which is the traditional deck. It's tiny, though. It's the tiny.
Yeah, miniatures.
It's so cute. I'm going to get one. I can't wait to get my little tiny Rider-Waite. I have the big ones. The big ones are about, gosh, they're huge. You could slap somebody in the face with them if you wanted to. You could just go, boom. They're like twice as big as these cards. Show him that card again. Show me. Let's go a little deeper. All right. What do these swords mean generally?
So swords are not fighting. They're critical thinking. They have to do with science, legal, medical things, analysis. You can't analyze much right now is what it's basically saying to you.
Saying your analysis paralysis.
Analysis
you can't,
paralysis.
yeah.
But it's okay. So sometimes this card is a blessing because there's a reason you couldn't move. It's like the end of that movie Groundhog Day. Let's live here.
Yeah, right.
It's like,
you're just going to keep doing the circle, hamster wheel.
And in the process of the nitty gritty, you're learning why you're stuck here. Maybe that's a good thing.
Yeah.
So that's the 6 of Swords reversed. When a card is reversed, what's your take on the reversals?
See,
and
I
forward
liked your
cards?
take when you told me that the other day. Yeah. All right. When a card is reversed, you really would like to have it upright as much as possible because that's the most positive meaning. But when a card is reversed, simply means you've got to tweak something. There's something to tweak that you can do or be that is going to change that and turn that situation around. So in this case, the 6 of Swords, this is some conflict. Look, you can see there's like this figure up front and he's rowing her across this. It's a really kind of
a journey card.
ugly card. Like it's kind of scary.
It's personal growth.
Journey.
It's the journey.
But right now, the journey, when it's reversed, is stalled. The journey's not moving. And so you got to ask yourself from a coaching perspective, what's stuck in my life? And if you're stuck, one of the first things I would say from a coaching perspective would be start giving more. Because when you give, and I mean time, energy, money, listening, all of that. Treasure your treasures, give away things. She gave me this. Isn't it beautiful? I admired it and she just gave it to me. And I gave her a little bracelet. Yeah. This is the thing. We get to give to people. You know what I started doing? Y'all, I'll show you. I started wearing these bracelets and I make some of them. And when I meet people and somebody says, oh, I love your bracelets, I just take it off and I give it a prayer and I give it to them. And I love that. And that's how we need to be in this world.
Yes.
Until we do this, we ain't turning around that 6 of Swords. And if you're feeling stuck in your business, which a lot of people are in fear right now. They're like, I'm not making money. All these inflation is up. Oh my God, healthcare.gov is being cut. All these things are being cut.
Rather like this.
Oh, you pulled the devil card. Oh
Don't
my
worry
God.
about him.
Don't
Don't worry
worry.
about
Don't,
him.
this is not Satan
No,
like
it's
in
more like
Saturday
Pan.
Night Live.
Yeah,
Wait, let
yeah.
me say that. This is not Satan. I can't do it the way they do in Saturday Night Live. I love the
No,
church
I remember
lady.
that. I remember that. Yes.
I love Dana. What's his last name? Oh,
Yeah,
the
I know
church
Dana.
lady. It's one of my favorite.
Actress.
Oh yeah, one of my favorite skits ever was him with Justin Bieber, and he's like lusting, but he's dressed as a church leader. He's like, "Wow, things are getting hot in here." He's kind of lusting after cute little Justin Bieber, who is this little, sex symbol for the teeny boppers. Okay,
Well,
the
devil.
devil.
Okay,
Let's tell
so
him what that means.
This often comes up in business readings. That's why
It's not Satan.
it's not Satan. So the devil could be a fun and playful card. The devil is naughty. The devil is like Socrates.
Oh,
Socrates had an inner voice that would tell him, I guess he was clairaudient, about his daemon. And it's not a demon, but his daemon. But so these people, this is called the material and fun world.
Yeah,
Being a
and
material girl, being a
you
material
can be
fun world.
addicted,
Yeah,
and that's
too
the
addicted.
devil. That's the devil when you're addicted to material wealth,
Yeah.
material success, material stuff. Like you want that Lamborghini, you want it. You just gotta have it. You gotta have your Lamborghini.
More toys.
Get the. What do you do when you're upset and things are hard? Buy another thing. Buy another thing. It's that consumerism. So this devil is powerful because I believe, and tell me what you think, that when we're focused on serving and helping our world, there's no way we cannot prosper in our businesses. And that's been true for me. But if we're focused on this and all we want is money and status, what's going to happen?
And
What do you
security.
see?
So
Oh,
security. These guys, you see the male and female. It's
Oh, I never
yeah,
noticed
yeah.
that.
There's a male and female, and they
Wow.
can walk away and break these chains, but they're together.
They're in chains, you
Yeah.
all. Look, they are tied and chained to material possessions. And where your heart is, there your wealth will be also. Bible
Your treasure,
verse.
yeah.
Your treasure.
So,
Yep.
so this is so the devil card.
Where's your treasure? Where's your treasure?
Find
Hold
the
on.
treasure.
Find your treasure, but it ain't material.
The devil is a trickster card. He shows you,
Yeah.
hey, you're only human. Your treasure is not this. Your
Your
treasure is
treasure's
love.
not stuff.
Right.
The pharaohs, they had all this stuff, beautiful stuff, but could
Baubles.
it give them longevity? No. Did it make them, after they died, did it resurrect them? No. Who got resurrected, y'all? I'm getting really intense, but I also just want to say for people who are watching who are not particularly Christian per se, let me say that I believe, this is personally, that the Spirit of God shows up in whatever cultural format is correct to that culture. So, for example, if I were in Japan, it would show up as Buddha, right? And the Bodhisattva for Buddhism. So, and Jesus was a Bodhisattva. He ran all the suffering of people through him and served in that way. That's the Bodhisattva. Came down to lead, on the earthly plane. So I just want to say that in case you all are listening and saying, well, I'm Jewish, or I'm atheist, or I paint myself blue and run naked down the street and jump from trees. Maybe you're pagan. But truthfully, the source energy is in all. There is no place where source is not. So that is a wild card. The devil.
So
y'all don't get
we-
material. Don't be a material girl.
yeah.
Material girl.
So I always say about the devil card, I believe it was Mick Jagger who he said you can let yourself go as long as you can get yourself back. But I could be wrong who the actor was.
Oh, I like that though.
And
You
so
can let yourself go as long
and so
as
then you
can bring
become the
yourself back.
reverse devil, which means been there, done that. My energy is not hooked on to this boyfriend who only shows up when he needs me. My energy is not hooked on to this
Having a certain
funds.
amount of money
Yeah.
in the bank.
So that's we have the devil when the person has a plum job, but the boss is horrible and they're stuck
God.
in it. So,
Yep. All right, let's give him that third card. I see it already, that Ace of Swords.
Oh,
Oh, Lordy, lands of living.
Ace
What we
of
got
Swords.
going on. Now, this one is upright, which is good. All right,
Yes.
I don't know what this means.
Ace of Swords. So Ace, you see the hand and all of the Ace cards. This is more of a God-given thing.
Yeah.
So Ace Swords is the superpower of the mind to create wonderful things. It's peaceful. You see the laurel, you see the crown, and this is to peacefully get everyone to a new era that's beneficial for them, or to cross the Rubicon, to make the plunge. And it's a good idea because this is the card of the brain. Is the Ace of Swords.
I love this. Now, that's a good one.
Being
And
badass.
At being badass, and, I love that the Laurel is there. So we want to have a spiritual practice. That's what I want to say to everybody. If we want to get away from this devil card that's all about our addiction to material presence, to material stuff, then the way to do that is to pray, meditate, have a spiritual practice such as Reiki. I mean, I've done that every day for 33 years.
Oh, boy.
What's your spiritual practice? What do you do?
You
You walk in nature.
Yeah, I don't consider myself. I mean, I haven't
Well,
trained.
you do. This is a spiritual practice.
This is, yes. I haven't trained to be a healer or anything, but sometimes
But this is a spiritual practice.
yes, I send good thoughts to people like before
Yes,
they wake
you
up.
do. I have to tell you all, while I was sitting there and we were going to do the interview yesterday at her office, which is really cool. And we'll probably have to take some pictures and you can put them in the comments
Sounds
so
good,
people
yeah.
can see it. But what I want to tell you is that while we were there, all these people were coming up and saying they wanted their reading. She has a lot of regulars. And that's the thing. When you want to think about using tarot for business, it's obviously not a one-time thing. Our lives change every day. We are in a process of becoming.
I had an older lady last week, and she was horrified how the cards are you making it say those things? And I said, no. I said, so it's a process.
I'm evil.
I said, it's like the 60s, the happening. It's between the
Yeah.
artist and the audience, and it's their
Yeah.
energy, and we crack a lot of jokes, so the energy is happy and high. And people
Fun.
it's a safe place to think of what you could never have, you didn't dare to feel or think or imagine before, and that expands your world.
And there you go. And it
Yeah.
brings out what's already inside you. Okay.
True.
Who wants me to pull a card for this month? She pulled 3. And if you missed it, you'll want to go back and see the cards. These are for people thinking of starting a business or in business. Who wants me to pull a card just for general for you for this month? You got to put a yes in the chat. Hello. I might not be able to see the chat though. So I'm going to just assume you're saying yes. Okay, you're saying yes, I feel it. All right, so what guidance, God, does everyone need right now in the United States and on the planet? What way of being do we need on this planet? Woo! Hello, we got the Emperor.
The good king, again,
The
they'll
emperor. The emperor is the good king. The emperor is powerful. The emperor takes care of his tribe. The emperor has a territory. And I love this card because I believe we're each leaders.
Yeah.
You are a leader in your sphere. I am not in, well, we may be in each other's spheres, but I do not have the exact contacts and people in my life that you do. You're the only one who has that reach of your tribe. And Madam V has hers. Every single person has it. And so this is saying, take good care of your own, your family. And that could be, I'm going to say it, grow some vegetables, because I'm not sure where we're headed in this country. Grow some vegetables, get a hydroponic garden like I have, and make do some vegetables, learn to forage. That is one thing you could say, take care of your own, but it's also take care of your clients. They are yours. Nurture them.
Honesty
This is a card
and
of
accountability.
honesty,
Yeah.
accountability, and nurturance, and nurture your tribe.
Right.
Yeah. And I love that. What if everyone were a good king? What if our presidents, I said plural, were good kings always and really took everyone's interest to heart and weren't just out to increase the amount of money that the congressmen make? And you notice I said congressmen, but there are congresswomen too. They are few and far between, but they do exist.
Sometimes women are terrified of getting this card.
I love this card.
And I say,
I love it.
I say, honey, just imagine yourself, beautiful Cleopatra. She's a pharaoh. She sticks that beard on for the day, wears her
yeah.
pants, and at night she's
you're
beautiful
being
again.
fanned.
But she's being a great leader.
This is about decisions, making decisions, and kindness, and taking care of your own. All right, well, that's an incredible reading. Now, you all, we have to wrap because Dr. Bonsley's going up to Boynton Canyon, which is supposed to be for the joy vibe. I'm not sure. Do y'all think I can take more joy? I think I can.
Joy
I think I
becomes
can. Joy becomes you. I
Yes.
love that. Ode to Joy. I'll have to
That's
do
my
an Ode to
music
Joy.
box at the place.
Is
Plays
that what
that.
that
Yes.
is? She said when she has people who are
are
kind of
negative.
getting victim-y and negative and like, oh, the world is out to get me, she has a music box and it plays.
Ode to Joy, and they get it.
Isn't that right?
Yes, they get it.
It's like, switch the channel, people. You
yeah.
all, Tarot for Business is so powerful because it will allow you to understand what's happening energetically so that you can dip into it and use it to help your people that you're helping in your business. And those of you who are aspiring and you may not know which way to go in your business, you can use someone like that, Madam V. You can use me as well. I do readings. I usually do them to benefit animals. For independent animal rescue and other organizations, I let people give a certain love offering. And then I give that. Last year, I was able to give well over $1,000 to independent animal rescue just on little readings I did while I was on the podcasters cruise, just while I was on a cruise. So, you know, all of us have a cause, something that is ours. And I would also challenge you, if you're feeling stuck, as we were talking about with the Six of Swords,
reversed.
right? Reversed. If you're feeling stuck, it's the time to give. So take what you're good at. You don't have money? Okay, that's fine. Then go volunteer with kids. Go volunteer at the shelter. Go take some socks to people who are homeless, you know? I carry around crackers and juice boxes in my car. And when I see somebody asking for money, we have a lot of them these days in Chapel Hill, I just pull out, I would say, would you like some juice and crackers? And I give them that. And it doesn't support a drug habit. It's kind. And
The socks
it's
are
a
an
little
amazing
snack.
idea.
Yes, they are.
Ponchos, rain ponchos.
Socks are incredible because most people don't have them. So carry, I challenge you, get some socks, carry them around. And every time you see somebody asking, give them a pair of socks. And $1 if you want to give them money. But I don't like giving money because I just, you know, I don't want it to go to drugs. So, Madam V, it's time for us to wrap. I've so enjoyed this. You're amazing.
Likewise, it's been amazing.
And you're giving us, y'all, she is giving you something amazing. Oh my God. And I'll give it to you too, but we're very different. So you should definitely get hers and get mine. And you just need to reach out to me if you want a reading with me. And that will benefit the animals, by the way. But with Madam V, she's going to give you a complimentary past card reading. So it's going to be past, present, future. She's going to give you 10 to 15 minute reading on that card. And then if you choose to, you can extend. That's going to be free, totally free. No obligation, but if you want to extend the reading for an additional 15 or 20 minutes, she will give you a 15 to 30 minutes. Yeah. Yeah.
That's fine.
She'll give you, I want to, because she gives you great information and a lot of it. She will give you an additional present card and future card, and maybe even one more, but it'll be a past, present, future reading. First part is completely free. If you choose to upgrade to the other one, it's going to be a $50 investment, and it's well worth it. I have had her readings. She has really rocked my world with an astrological interceptions reading that I've had readings all my life, and I had never had that kind of reading. It was amazing. Kudos.
Thanks.
Kudos. So what last message would you give everyone if they're thinking, well, this is just all too weird, you know, I'm just going to stay stuck in my business? What would you just say if they don't have to believe in anything woo-woo to have the benefit of seeing a card, and it's kind of like fortune cookies.
Right.
You know, you don't have to believe fortune cookies are true to eat them, do you?
Some fortune cookies, like I'd go, are very,
They're very wise.
weirdly synchronistic. They're well written, but so I do past, present, future spreads, and that's why I'm offering them today.
Yeah.
And I also add a fourth card, which is your advice from the Peanut
Woo!
Gallery.
Hello.
So the advice card can change your whole past, present, future if you follow the advice.
I love
signs.
that.
So that, what you're saying is correct. I just, if there's a
You
fourth
add
card,
a fourth
the fourth
card.
card is that.
I had a feeling about that. All right.
Yeah.
But here's the point, you all, of today, right? the cards can be used to excavate, and having someone who is trained as we are in coaching people, counseling people, helping people, listening to people, having people on hand who can say, here's this card and I'm going to tell you what it means, and does that make sense to you? And then having someone who can bring out what you've been feeling, you've been sensing it, you've been intuiting it, you might have even been fleeing from it, right?
Yeah.
But to have
Sometimes.
somebody like us who's saying, you know what, this is coming up, and here's what you get to do to change it. And that is incredible for business. Well, Madam V, it's been great having you here. You will find you all in the Bold Badass Business Freebie Vault. You're going to find that complimentary past card reading. And again, you can upgrade and get the other 3 cards with her, which are superpower. It means you'll have a past, present, future, and an advice. Here's what you need to do, stubborn, hard-headed person. No, but an advice card.
Sometimes it's surprising. Just
It's
try out the advice
surprising.
card, and it will change the
It's great.
supposed past, present, and future.
And and that is a upgrade from the freebie of $50. What a deal that is. I'm going to get mine. So here's where you go. Get your pen. You go to bit.ly/free from Dr. B, which is DRB. Let me repeat it. bit.ly/free from Dr. B. And there, put in your email. We don't share it with others. We never do that. And you'll have access to thousands and thousands of dollars of incredible gifts. And you'll have access to Madam V's complimentary past card reading for you. Woohoo!
Wonderful.
Could we have an incredible stage audience? Yay! I'm off stage, so that, the audience just went wild. You all, it's been a pleasure. We had to be creative today, and we came to you earlier as the StreamYard would not work. So we're here. It'll be broadcast to our other platforms later today or tomorrow. Share this with your friends and get in touch with Madam V and get in touch with Dr. B. Madam V, Dr. B. It's been a pleasure. You may not be feeling like a bold badass today, but just remember, you are, or you wouldn't have tuned in with us. See you next week at 4:30 p.m. Eastern, 1:30 p.m. Pacific. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Be blessed, be happy, be bold, and